Well, as you can see, the truck is loaded down with our canoe and all of our camping, cooking, and fishing equipment that we're gonna need for the next few days. But it's about 90 degrees right now. I'm sweating my butt off, but I am so stoked for this adventure. Let's rock and roll, baby. Well, we just drove through the beautiful small town of Garden, Michigan, which is on the Garden Peninsula along the northern shoreline of Lake Michigan. And we're gonna begin this adventure just a few miles outside of town here. Okay, well, we are at the historic Fayette State Park. And I'm gonna go show you guys a little bit about this area. Come on, buddy. Well, right here is a perfect map and description of this historic town, and we're gonna go check out all these different places here. But there is a very high quality of charcoal and iron that was produced here, and this town was based upon America's steel industry and built in the mid-1800s. Well, our first stop here is the machine shop, and let's go inside and take a look here. And look at this. Wow, how unique is this? Right behind me here are listings of all the different workers that worked here, and they all had very important and very specific jobs, such as the carpenter, furnace foreman, blast furnace helper, machinist. And back in this corner here, we have a lathe, and we also have one of the very first steam engines. The historic town site of Fayette was one of the most essential company town sites for building America in the 19th century. With an abundance of limestone in the surrounding area, it was used to purify iron as well as lumber, which produced a high quality of charcoal. Furnaces heated by charcoal were essential for smelting iron ore into iron, which then produced an endless amount of products such as machinery, engines, tools, firearms, and countless others. The Great Lakes and surrounding waterways provided a source of transportation that was second to none, and in return, the American steel industry grew the largest economy in the world. Aside from lumber and limestone were other natural resources such as the flourishing fishery that truly made the success of this town possible. Without farmers, fishermen, and grit-based workers, the success of America and our modern-day lifestyle would have never been possible, and nothing close to what we know today. Guys, look at the doe, and there's a doe and two fawns right here. Oh, look at that. That is so cool, man. Oh yeah, here we go, baby. Game on. Well, this is the tip of Big Bay to Knock, and this is the very end of the Garden Peninsula, or close to the end of the Garden Peninsula. But the fishing can be excellent in this bay for all different kinds of species. Guys are catching salmon right now at the top of the bay. There's walleye, beautiful smallmouth inside the bay farther, and we'll definitely be back here to do some fishing. All right, well, the journey continues east on US 2. One of my all-time favorite things is swimming in Lake Michigan in the waves, baby. We'll take this dead guy right here and we'll crush him up
And that right there is one of the most beautiful smells in the world. And that is nostalgic to me, especially being from this area. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually from Manistee, and I grew up in the cedar swamp. So that right there is an awful pleasant smell. Well, we have arrived here at the Seshwa Point Lighthouse. Well, last I remembered, it didn't cost anything to hike up to the top of this lighthouse, but they're currently closed. So I'm just gonna go down, check out some scenery by the lake, and enjoy this beautiful afternoon. This is known as one of, if not the most haunted place in all of Michigan. And after this, we're gonna be headed north towards Lake Superior and go get camp set up on a trout stream. No, I'm not saying I believe in ghost stories, but I haven't heard this guy growl in about 3 months. He sat down on this concrete when I was flying the drone and was growling at the top of this lighthouse and staring at it. It's a true story. Pack of venison steaks with some potatoes in there. That right there just never gets old to me. And of course, how was that, buddy? Oh, sounds like it was pretty good, huh? Have some mosquitoes to kill. All right, we'll see you in the morning. There's a full-on assault awaiting for our arrival. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Throw out our downrigger ball for an anchor. Well, I just had a beautiful paddle upstream this morning, and the goal is just to catch a couple brookies for a delicious late brunch. Okay, here we go. Going with the little spinner, black and yellow body, gold blade. Fish on, baby. Fish on, baby. There we go. There we go. That's a keeper, Brookie. I'm gonna wet my hand just in case. There we go, baby. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. We're gonna have brook trout and wild blueberry pancakes for brunch, baby. I spilled the beans. That's what we're doing. There's one. There's one. There's one. Feels decent too. Probably a keeper. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Another nice one, guys. Another nice one, baby. Nice. On the go, too. That's a nice keeper. Oh, what a beautiful brookie. And this is all we're going to need for a delicious lunch here today. Maybe I'll try to get 1 or 2 more for dinner, but I can't complain. It's been a beautiful morning. All right, we're off to the next hole. Maybe I'll hit 1 or 2 more holes, and then we'll go get some blueberries. Here we go. We're going old school UP trout fisherman style, baby. Hook in a crawler. Just gonna go half a crawler, and we're gonna feed that to a delicious little brook trout. Here we go. Go for another one. There we go. There we go, baby. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice. Oh, another decent one. Nice, another nice keeper. Another nice keeper. Look at that stringer, baby. We're getting some good groceries here. Oh, there's a nice one. Oh, there's one. He's not a monster, but another one on the spinner. They're hammering the spinner, baby. I have a really nice brookie on right now. Oh my gosh, if this is a brookie, it's a tank. It's Ollie, don't bite him. Oh, flip him. Oh, yeah, baby. Yes, that's a nice 12-incher right there. That's good. All I'm gonna do is just cut the head off and gut them, and that's all it's gonna take. Well, I'm gonna take a little drive down this 2-track, see if I can find a good blueberry patch. Uh-oh, I see some. I see some, baby. All right, I just washed out the extra dog bowl, and we're gonna fill this up. Look at that right there. Those are some nice plump ones. Well, things are still pretty early for the berry season, but we have a nice patch coming along here. A lot of immature berries still, but there's still some good ones down in there if you weed through them. And all through here, we have some nice blueberries. Wow, this is a beautiful little stream. It looks like there could even be trout in here. Take a look. And Lake Superior is just down through the trees. Well, we're going to check out the Sable Lighthouse, and this section of the shoreline is famous for shipwrecks. It's known as the Graveyard Coast. There have been about 9 major shipwrecks that have happened in this area, not too far from this lighthouse here. But this is so unique. Let's go see what else we can find towards the lighthouse. Look at this shoreline. You were getting hot, weren't you, big dog? Well, we have just a nice little chip shot of a hike here, about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles down to this lighthouse we're gonna go check out. But I've never been here before, and I'm excited to see. There's some beautiful scenery in this area. Look at this beautiful shoreline with the dunes in the background. This is a view right here. Here we go, baby. Swimming Lake Superior. Well, I don't know how the audio is going to turn out, but I swam out a little bit, and there's a shipwreck just off the shore here, and there's a couple big smokestacks sticking out. Let's dive down to them. big dog? Well, I think that might have been the most beautiful swim I've ever had on Lake Superior. The water was gorgeous. I got to dive out and go check out some parts of a shipwreck, and now I'm gonna walk down the beach and go check out some other parts that are exposed. Well, look at this massive piece of steel that's just embedded into the sand. We found a piece of the shipwreck that looks like it was the deck, and it looks like to me that it's flipped upside down, but I could be wrong, and it's just embedded into the sand beach and into the rock. This is pretty much the whole entire frame of the ship that stretched down this beach. This must have been a massive freighter. All right, well, that was a great hike. There's a beautiful little stream down there. We got to explore some shipwrecks, check out some different parts of them, see the lighthouse, and now the adventure continues east. Oh, yep. Oh, boy. We're gonna take the canoe and paddle offshore a couple hundred yards this afternoon and see if we can catch a salmon dinner. To be good boy. Well, we've only been fishing for about 45 minutes and we have some darker clouds coming in, and I heard thunder rumbling off, so I'm gonna head to shore just to play it safe. Well, for about an hour, the thunder was just cracking off. The lightning must have just missed us, but it downpoured rain for probably, like I said, about an hour. And I was starting to wonder what we were getting into tonight because I have no service to check the weather. And we're about, I'd say, 20 miles into the backcountry of Michigan's Upper Peninsula right now. And it's turning out to be an absolutely beautiful evening. Look at this. There's a couple loons out here in this small lake, and there are trout in this lake. And first thing tomorrow morning, we're gonna see if we can catch some. The meat on the brookie is just falling right off the bone. And this is just truly delicious. And a big venison steak. Well, good morning. Slept like an absolute rock last night, and it's a gorgeous morning. The wind is calm. It's about probably 68, 70 degrees, and we're going fishing, baby. Look at the reflections on the water. Wow. Big fish just jumped right there. A big fish just rose right there. That fish had some weight to it, man. That fish was good size. Okay, well, we are off this morning. I think I'm gonna put one rod down with some bait, put a crawler down, and then I'll throw like a little spoon or something. See if we can feed that to a big juicy trout this morning. Well, I gave it about an hour or two, didn't have any bites. Now I'm hungry. Time to cook a pancake. Blueberry pancake with extra blueberries. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? One of my favorite things in the world, a wild blueberry pancake over a campfire. It was worth the wait. Well, you know it's a special place when you can go skinny dipping in the middle of the day and just drip dry. And that's exactly what I just did. And it was one of the most refreshing things I could imagine doing right now. All right, we are packed up and headed to our next stop, which I don't know where it's gonna be. I don't know what's in store, but we're gonna do something. We have one more night, have to be back home tomorrow, but we still have time to make some kind of adventure happen. All right, we're going with the Fire Tiger spinner. Fish on, baby. Fish on, baby. Oh, there we go. He just smacked the spinner. Oh, there we go. Just a snake pike, but that fish was fun, man. Nice. He smacked that spinner, and he's off in the boat. We'll give Ollie a quick sniff, and we'll send him back. There we go. Fish on. Oh, we got a drag screamer, baby. Oh, a little bit better pike this time. A little bit better pike. This is actually one of the most unique pike I think I've ever seen in my life. Oh, he came off. That was a bizarre fish. I wish I could have showed you. Its whole spot pattern was missing on an entire side of its body. I wish I would have got him in the boat, but he's back in the water. There's a fish. Another snake. And we have found Snake Pikeville. It is just an absolute beatdown of snake pike. But hey, that is some fun action right there. Well, one thing I love about the UP is that there are an endless amount of lakes like this that hardly get fished, and you can explore them all. And almost every one's gonna have some sort of fish in it. This one, we're not finding any big pike yet, but we're finding good numbers, and it's a beautiful evening, and it's a blast.
The loon is fishing right now. I've seen him catch several small fish. I think they're perch.
And we have a UP or Doc Porter to go with our dinner tonight. That is a good beer. Look at all those mosquitoes coming out of there. Ah! Well, we got some good sleep last night, and I really wanted to go check out another historic site and lighthouse on Lake Superior today, but I just heard thunder rumbling off in the distance. I looked at the radar, and it looks like in about an hour we're gonna have some good storms coming in, and it's probably gonna rain the rest of the day. So I think I'll head south and escape the weather. Breakfast this morning, a corned beef hash scrambler, buttery crispy bagel, and a bowl of blueberries. And of course, the best dessert known to mankind. Look at this guy.